I remember when I was doing, and Walter used to come to me and say, "It's perfect, Nanda, it's perfect. But don't forget the smile." So the smile was something really important in this woman. And also,
Oi, Fernanda. Oi, Walter. Tudo bem?
tudo ótimo.
Tudo bom. A gente falamos português, somos brasileiros, mas we are gonna do this in English. So, Walter, congratulations. The movie won the screenplay in Venice Festival. What an honor. And you back. And I heard a lot of critics, a lot of people that love movies. Oh my God, Walter Salles is back. Why is this the right moment to bring this movie and bring you back to the spotlight, let's say?
It takes a while to find a story as unique as this one, as personal as this is to me, because I got to meet the family when I was 13 years old, the family at the heart of the story. But it takes a while to find a book as magnificent as the one that Marcelo Paiva, the second youngest kid of the family, wrote about the memory of his family and his mother. As he wrote, he started to understand that his mother had been the silent heroine of those 40 years. And it's a incredible story about a woman that learned to resist and to reinvent herself in her own terms, that blended with those personal memories that I had, and this is why I started to work on it 7 years ago, and it took a while because we needed to find the film, and we needed to find also what should not be part of the film, only pertain to the wonderful book that Marcelo wrote. And that was great because we matured a little bit.
Yes,
Didn't we?
But it's good.
It's good.
It's a good one. It's not bad.
No, we matured also in our understanding of the story and what it should be, and the time also allowed us to prepare it in a completely organic manner and to actually do the film that we wanted to do.
Yeah, I already watched the movie twice. And I think that you've been preparing to play this character for quite some time. Because I think even though it's like a drama, and you'll be famous in Brazil for your comedy, but I think you'll be preparing, because I think both work together, preparing to play her, Eunice Paiva. She's a very special person, I think she was. And you also a very special person. What did you, doing your research, what did you find out about her that most surprised you, that you didn't know from this research we've Walter?
So many things. I mean, I was because the first approach I had to Eunice was through the theater plays that were adapted from the first book of Marcelo. And there she was this amazing mother that had to face that tragedy of a son who has a silly accident and loses the movement from neck down. So that was Eunice for me. And then when Walter invited me to do the movie, I started to research, not only in the book that I've read already, but especially in the interviews, and the way this woman could be persuasive, intelligent, straight, but at the same time feminine, always with a smile. She has a delicacy and a femininity that I lack. So it was, I think I have her intelligence in a way. I have some qualities of her, but I don't have some things that she inherited, I think, of being raised to be this perfect housewife from the 50s. So she has these two qualities. And this was, I remember when I was doing, and Walter used to come to me and say, it's perfect, Nanda, it's perfect. But don't forget the smile. So the smile was something really important in this woman. And also to work with a character that restrained the emotions, because she's not allowed to just cry and have self-pity. She has 5 children. She's enduring. She's living in fear, but she cannot show it. So this self-control, and it created in my heart such a heat that I've never felt before. And I discovered the power of restraining emotion in order to allow the audience to have empathy for you. If you give everything, then they just sit like this as, she's sad. No. In this film, the audience just is like, please, tell them, please, do something, my God. So that's the difference. I think it's a film that you feel things that you normally don't feel in movies.
Yeah, that's right. And then you kept thinking about what happened there, everything that she was going through, all the feelings that she had inside. And to find the perfect Rubens. What was about Selton Mello that got your attention to bring him to the movie?
You know, the Rubens in real life that I remember was the link between the several groups of people who migrated to that house during the weekends. Imagine 5 kids with their friends, and then the parents with their friends. There were always 30, 40 people in that house. And Rubens was the kind of the link between all those groups. You know, he felt he was comfortable everywhere, you know. He was the guy who picked up 10 kids and threw us in the back of his car, the little Opel that appears in the film, and would take us to a musical festival, Festival Internacional da Canção in Portuguese. And he was so alive in expressing what he thought of every single one of the songs we were listening. So I had this memory of something extraordinarily, a man who was very vivid and at the same time had that kind of a deconstructive humor that I sense in his sons, in Marcelo, and in his grandsons as well. Strangely, this is definitely in the family DNA, you know. And he was very charismatic, and that quality is what led me to Selton. The charisma that he has and the capacity to convey a presence that would linger even when he's taken away, you know, because the film is also about the absence of that man and the fact that his body was never found. So how do you deal with that loss? How Eunice had to invent forms of dealing with that, the magnitude of that loss. The other day I was seeing a documentary and there's this extraordinary woman says that only when you have felt the magnitude of joy can you feel the whole magnitude of loss as well, you know. And I think that Selton conveyed that, the joy, and Fernanda did an extraordinary I can't even say the word, but work, conveyed in an extraordinary manner the feelings that woman had to go through and to kind of hone in order to to create a form of resistance that could be at the same time extremely pertinent and non-strident at the same time. You know, so it was an incredible combination. of talents.
Yeah.
And we haven't even started to talk about Fernanda Montenegro.
Exactly.
So.
I was gonna say that. You know what I mean? Let's talk a little bit about the makeup artist. No, just
Yeah,
kidding.
The AI.
So, the AI. I was like, it was so amazing when I saw your interview that
But
someone
it
was
continues
like,
here. And now in LA, people are asking if it's AI, because
Oh my
it's in
God.
Europe is makeup, here is AI.
AI. No. She's amazing. Both Fernandas, you were amazing. Your mother were always amazing. And that the last scene, like, of the movie, oh my God, I was like, I cry in that moment. I cry when Eunice showed the death certificate, because I remember that myself. That scene, I was not that old like right now, but I remember that the scene that you said to the kids, smile for the picture, for all those little scenes, like not little scenes, but little moments on the movie shows a lot. And your mother, just tell her that she was amazing. It was a masterclass of like acting. That moment that she says everything with her eyes, and I get a little emotional because she's just sent to us everything that she wanna tell us. What was like bringing back Fernanda Montenegro? You work with her again, work with Fernanda. What was like bringing her, and you have your mother on the movie?
That was the ultimate dream. I mean, to have Fernanda, with whom, I've worked, since the very beginning. we started together, with Daniela Thomas in Foreign Land, and as you say, this is where I found the kind of
Director you were.
Yeah, and the pleasure to that I had in documentaries. I realized that yes, I could translate that into fiction. And that led to Central Station, and Central Station led to other films that now allow us to do this one. And it's I love to say that this is a film about a family, but done by a film family, and just to be part of that family is like an incredible honor. This is what I feel,
And also, when you think this is a film about enduring, about losing your naivete, losing your utopia world, and being forced to deal with reality. And this is what happened with the Paiva family. And to have me and my mother, in a way, is a way of saying that art in Brazil has endured. So this film, Walter has been in that house, and then suddenly he reopens that house with a film. I was raised in that period with my parents, and now we're talking about this moment, and the Paiva family endured through this movie. In a way, this movie is the body of Rubens Paiva that was never returned. So it's a film that mixed reality and art and fiction in so many layers that's more than a movie for me.
Yeah. Now we are campaigning for the awards, and how do you feel about that? I think you're already winner. The movie is already a winner. Just to be here, like in this na crista da onda. So what do you feel about like being recognized like that? You already received an award.
First, I think Walter, it's a lot because of Walter, because Walter dialogues with the world cinema in a very high level. So he has this understanding of cinema as a form of art. He's very faithful to cinema. So it allowed us to reach this kind of profundity in a movie. And it's a miracle that a movie made in Portuguese, it's a small movie, isn't it?
If you compare to others.
Totally. And it's a miracle that a movie spoken in Portuguese, that it's not a big movie, has created already this kind of buzz. And so we don't know. I hope that the film will be in foreign movies.
Shortlisted.
Yeah, it has potential to that. I don't know if I will be nominated as an actress. I'm in the short list, and I consider that a miracle. Not the short list yet, but what they are saying. But I don't know, because there are so many great performances this year that I don't know. But the great, great award is that in Brazil now, people went back first because of the buzz, I think. But then after the movie, they are going to the movies now because of the collective experience of recognizing yourself, your culture, your people, your actors, everything in art. So, and you say
that's the
something.
most beautiful gift.
That's
you know?
the thing.
It's in a way, yeah. Today, this idea came up that it's as if that collectiveness, that congregation of people that that were part of that house, the Paiva house, that I saw. It's as if that kind of spirit has been transferred to every single cinema. Isn't it strange? It's very moving to see that the cinemas are somehow relaying the same kind of spirit of this family. It's, for me, it's about that. It's and cinema has always been for me a collective experience above all. So to be able to be in a cinema and experience
and to provide it.
Yes, but and experience it with people that you've never met, but are somehow feeling something that becomes cathartic because there are so many people there is like, that's the most beautiful gift we could ever dream about.
Amazing. That's amazing.
There's another thing that very rapidly, we've been hearing for such a long time that theater was going to die, that cinema was going to die, and then no, literature is going to die. No. People are still reading books, and theaters are, alive and well, and films can still bring, audiences to share something collectively. How beautiful is that?
It is. It's amazing. I just want to thank you so much. If you like to support or continue to support Jana on Camera, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share the videos.